So, in the latest episode, or in the past few episodes of Black Clover, if you don't watch Black Clover, you should. We've been watching the Wizard King fight Licht, who was revealed to be William Vengeance, and I will explain all of that later on in this video. But for now, all I have to say is that you have to, pay respects to the one and only Wizard King. We just saw what he could do, and he's already dead in 2 episodes. No, that was a letdown, but I still think it was possible for him to save himself because, one, previous to that, he could reverse his own injuries and it didn't take that much out of him. So even though he saved the whole town and everything from doing all that, or better yet, why didn't he just reverse all the damage that happened to the town right after everything happened? It's not like anyone could have remembered that, or even if they did, they would have still been okay. So I feel it was pretty useless for him to die in the way he did. And even still, okay, even though everything happened the way it did, he didn't have enough magic and all, I feel like he could have still dodged the whole attacks that Lake threw at him. And if you forgot, like, they're powerful doctors in the whole city, so I don't think the guy could have died unless, like, the writer Yuki Tabata is looking for something specific that he wants to end up wanting the Wizard King's position to go to, like, if he wants the Wizard King's position to be free to, like, start another arc of people trying to fill up that position. I think that will be an episode soon. Or if you want someone like Yami or some other captains to, like, do a battle royale to see who is going to become the next Wizard King, that is another great thing that I think is going to happen. So seeing as he's dead, I don't like one thing because, one, William Vengeance, everything that he is now, the Wizard King brought it to him, and still, what did he do? He just killed him, And if I'm going to bring out a new video soon about how how the war arc ends, and if you haven't read the manga, then I will advise you to still watch that video because you should read the fucking manga. And still, in the manga, when it ends, everyone says that William Vengeance is the one that saved everyone. He's the one that caused it because, okay, even though it wasn't his fault that he was reincarnated into Patry, he was reincarnated, and Patry was reincarnated into him. He still followed the guy and, like, went along all his plans, because I think even though he was, like, in his form, like when he was in his own, but like when he was control of his own body, he could have at least gone to somebody and told them that, okay, this linked guy inside me that wants to destroy the Clover Kingdom by bringing back everyone else, because he still didn't do that. So I think even though he wasn't his choice to have Patry in him, he should still have something happen to him for doing everything that he did. So okay. And I don't know. I just feel like the Wizard King's death was a waste because we still didn't see everything he could do. We know he could, like, technically reverse time, but not like time itself. He could reverse, like, a certain object's time. Like when he got stabbed or injured the first time, he could reverse the time of the injury to when he didn't have the injury. And we know he could see into someone's future, so it's like a fortune teller. And he even said it himself that he could see Patry's future supposedly, but still didn't see the attack that went against the Clover Kingdom, because I don't know how that makes sense. I think he let himself die. I don't know, because he could see everything that could happen in the future, even though I don't think he caught him off guard. Even though he looked like he caught him off guard, I think he still knew it was going to happen. And you see, he already told Patry that, okay, I've seen your future, you're not going to beat me. So I think I think he wasn't talking about that fight. I think in total, Patry was not going to win against the Magic Knights and everything he has built up. And still, he still died because, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me, because I think his death was just one that he shouldn't have done so early. Because even look at some other high figure players, people that died early. Was it the third Hokage in Naruto? I think he didn't die early, but he retired to give space for Naruto's father, and then ended up still dying for plot. Because I don't like it when good characters that have, like, powers that we haven't seen yet die because of plot. Okay, see, imagine if someone like Shanks in One Piece dies because of plot to save Luffy, and then you just see him use, like, 2 special abilities, and then you don't know anything else about Shanks. You don't know where he came from, you don't know how he got his ability, you don't know anything. You just know, okay, he knows Luffy, he knows and he gave Luffy his devil fruit. Not technically gave Luffy, but Luffy took his devil fruit. Just imagine if Shanks dies. Just imagine that. And we haven't seen anything from Shanks yet. That's how it is now that the Wizard King dies. Even though we saw him fight it for just a little bit, it still doesn't seem right that he dies. It's either I feel like he's going to come back and then Slade will show everything, or he's going to do something and he's going to come back in one way. I don't know. He's just going to bring out an asshole and just come back to life. And I already knew it was like kind of obvious that he was going to die, because once an anime character that you haven't seen his abilities for, let me say, half most of the series, starts showing all his abilities, starts explaining his power, starts explaining everything, and he's in a serious fight, it's pretty, you already know he's going to die. It's obvious that he's going to die almost immediately after he does that, either in the next episode or the episode or that episode itself. Like look at Yamamoto from Bleach. The moment they're showing all his abilities to Yuha, he died immediately after he showed every, like, his east, west, north. It didn't matter. He died after that fight, even though we hadn't seen him use his powers except fire for like the whole series. That moment he decided to show like all his abilities, that's when he still died. So it was pretty obvious that the Wizard King was going to die, and his death was still a waste, because now who's going to be the Wizard King? I feel like the next Wizard King shouldn't be Yami, or shouldn't be that Mantis guy. Should be someone else that is part of the Magic Knight head. I feel like it should either be Fuegoleon or Nozel. I feel like Fuegoleon deserves it more, or Fuegoleon's older sister. I think that she should be the next Wizard King. Well, that's the end. Subscribe, like, peace.